Hello, welcome back. I'm Chaitya Abhishek De Silva, an undergraduate of the JAM Institute for Advanced Technology. Welcome back with the question series of Database Management System 1, and today I'm here with the question set number 16. The marks of the term examinations of the Hollywood Junior College are still recorded in books. Because of this, the principal has to spend a lot of time when he needs to check the marks of the students. Therefore, the principal has decided to include the term marks of all the students studying in his school in a computer system. The software was developed by a software development company called AIsoft, and the software should be able to store all student term scores and student assessment scores. The principal has decided to develop this software to include the marks of students in grade 11 as the first stage of this software. You work as a senior software engineer at this company. You and your team are tasked with creating the database here and the SQL query used to provide the following requirements. As the first question, create a database named exam marks DB to store students' marks. Use the ER diagram to create this database. And then as a second question, create a table named student to store students data. Create the table according to the instructions below. And then as the third question, the school has 2 grade 11 classes. Create a table called class to store the details of those classes. And at the next question, create a table called subject to store the subject taught in the school. Create the table according to the instructions below. And as the fifth question, create a table with the term exam term to store the term test in the school. Create the table according to the instructions below. So today I'm using MySQL Workbench as we have to create the database through an ER diagram. So then let's create the model. Click on File, New Model, and then double click on this MyDB and change the database name to exam marks DB. And then double click on this add diagram to add a new ER diagram. Let's first create the student table and click on this icon and click anywhere in the workspace and double click on it and change the table name to student. As the first column, the index column with the data type varchar and length 10. In the question it tells the index number is the primary key of this relation, so we set in the index number as the primary key. And then in the next column, the first name column with the data type varchar and length 45, and then the next column, the last name column with the data type varchar and length 45, and then the gender column, the data type varchar and length 10, set the length to 10, and then at last the contact number column with the data type varchar and length 10, set the length to 10. And then close this table. Then you have to create the class table, so click on this icon again and click anywhere in the workspace and double click on it, and then change the table name to class. And then as the first column, the class ID, I'm making it auto increment and giving the primary key to it. And then the class name column with the data varchar and length 45, and then let's create the next table, the subject table. So then click again on this icon and click in the workspace and double click on it and change the table name to subject. And then as the first column, the subject ID with the data type as int, and then making it auto increment and setting the primary key to it. And then the subject name column with the data type varchar and length 45. And then at last you have to create the exam term table. So then click again on this icon and click in the workspace and double click on it and change the table name to exam term. And then as the first column, the term ID column with the data type as int and making it auto increment and setting the primary key to it. And then the term name column with the data type varchar and length 45, and then as the last column, the exam date column with the data type as date. Set the data type to date. So now we have created all the tables as per in the question set number 16. So then let's again revise the question set. At first we had to create the database with the name as exam marks DB using an ER diagram, and then we had to create the student table by following the instructions given in the question set, likewise the class table and also the subject and exam term table. So we created an ER diagram through file and click in new model and assign the database name to exam mark DB, and then we created the student table, class table, subject table, and also the exam term table. So then let's meet with the next question set number 17, and bye for now.